Hey guys, hi. Good morning or good afternoon to some. Basically, this is my second day of blogging, and basically just grateful for those who have supported so far. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you, Calypso. You're a great young lady, great example to the younger generation. It's great working alongside with you, supporting you and encouraging you mentally, spiritually. You know, it's amazing. It's a blessing. And the way you've just soaked up so much, so quick of positiveness, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I just want to say, just keep going on with that. Just keep going forward. Just believe that, all things are possible. You can do anything. If you just put your mind to, you can do anything. If you just trust in the Lord, He will just continue to, just carry you through, just push you through. Also want to thank my nieces, Letitia and Saffron. God bless you. Another set of young, beautiful young mothers, great example, and wow, they're amazing. They're really amazing. Thank you for your support. A long-time friend, Kojo. Oh, bro, it's been a long time since we've spoken, and thank you for your message. God bless you, bro. You're amazing. You're amazing, man. You've always been an amazing person. And, we always used to encourage one another in Lord. We used to just like thrive and just, we're just soldiering on, iron sharpens iron. And it's great to know that, that you're still going forward and, just continue to be that example, and just continue to keep that strength that you've got, that God has given you, of focus, So God bless you for your support. Anybody else that I haven't mentioned, God bless you all. It's this, there's so much to mention. There's so many to mention, sorry. Basically, this blog is just about, anybody that's that needs prayer, that wants to share their testimonies, a new job or any, promotions or, things at college, school, and, achievements. Wow, there's so much we can share on here, and I just want you all to be like, just to all be, just to know that you can all be free here on my blog, and that within reason, obviously. However, this blog is just to like, we all can come together, we all can just like, as I said, if you need prayer, you need encouragement, there's quotes on my blog, inspirational quotes, and just to thrive us, just to keep our spirits going, just to be uplifted daily, because we're living in a society today where, so much is going on. You can feel the heaviness of what's going on. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter country you're in. There's just one heaviness. There's like a dark cloud just pressing upon our countries. And it's not, people want to like call it this, they want to call it that, they want to say, oh, it's this corona, this and that, or it's this, or it's that, or it's the, the government, this and that, blah blah blah. Yeah, don't get me wrong, these things do play a part, but however, we've got to see where the real problem's coming from. And to me, being a spiritual person, basically, you've got to understand that there's a positive force and there's a negative force, which in my belief of being a Christian, born again Christian, the negative force, we call it Satan himself, and the positive force, we call it God, Jesus Christ, And even though some of you maybe not believers in God, some of you call it higher beings and higher force and whatever. But our you know, guys, we're living in a society, as I said, where there's a heavy force, which is Satan, that I call him now. Is putting a heavy dark cloud on each and one of us, not only in our countries, but in our own personal lives. You know, it puts a dark cloud of negative, of depression, of self-infliction, of domestic abuse, mentally, physically, emotionally, inwardly, outwardly. He wants to make us believe that we're nobody, that we have no hope in life, that we can't achieve anything, that we'll always be a failure, because when you try something once and you fail and you've urged yourself so much and prepared yourself to just go for it and believed, and then, you know, at that moment it didn't happen, so therefore you feel like a failure. Guys, let me tell you something. Maybe at that time you probably failed, but you're not. You're not a failure. You get back up and you try again. You get back up and you try again. My own personal life, guys, right? I've been through a life of tests and trials, which you all have. But I'm only speaking for myself at the moment. My life wasn't very easy. My upbringing was brilliant. Oh my God, I love my mum. She's my queen. My family are brilliant. I love you all. However, it's just like, one second, guys. Yeah. As I was saying, my upbringing was brilliant. My upbringing was great. You know, I'll just give you a brief testimony of my life. And it basically, I found my life changing when I became a teenager, when I started more like senior school, because that's where I believe, like, it expands more. You know, you meet more people from different country. Different. From different countries. People come from different countries and come into school, and people, you know, started living in our countries now, and you know, people from different communities, people from different areas, you know, all that, and you know, and it's. Senior school to me was like exciting, really, really exciting. It really was. However, I was brought up with mum. You know, mum brought us up single-handed, but she brought us up. She was the mother and the father of the home, you know. But I tell you, she'd done a great job. You know, I applaud you, mum. God bless you. You're a queen. You know, she's still, you know, up and about. Non-stop. You can't stop mum, honestly. She's just up and about. She's amazing. You know, she got 8 children, 23 grandchildren, 25 great-grandchildren. Wow, it's amazing. And she's still here to tell the tale, you know what I mean, and see each and one of them, you know. Yes, as I said, I had a brilliant upbringing. You know, I wasn't in want of anything. You know, we was kept clean, we was loved, we was nurtured, we was, as I said, we was just absolutely brought up to the best of mum's ability, and I can't remember a time where there was any you know, abuse or, you know, anything from mum. Do you know what I mean? She corrected us, yes, as you know, in the, you know, Jamaican community. Yeah, she you know, she brought us up well, you know. As I said, started senior school, started to meet different people, getting rid of the wrong crowds and stuff like that. Yeah, that's when I started to notice boys, and you know, started to do my makeups and my hair and trying to impress the guys, etc. And you know, make sure that every weekend that I've gone into town getting a new outfit, you know, and etc. And just hanging around in the town centres. Some of you know it by malls, you know, it depends where you are. Hanging around in the town centre and with the rest of the friends and etc. But then it came to a point where my excitement stopped. I got caught pregnant at the age of 16. Had a beautiful baby girl, Sherelle. She's 28 now. Beautiful baby girl. She's amazing. I love you so much. And cutting the long story short, basically, don't want to bore you, but I got three beautiful children: Sherelle, Jamel, and Malachi. Sherelle's 28, Jamel's 22, Malachi's 18, coming 19. Jamal will be 23 this year. He's gave me a beautiful grandchildren. Yes, a grandson, granddaughter. God bless you. They're doing well for themselves. They're striving on. Guys, life ain't easy, but they're doing the best. And I thank God that, they follow the example of the older generation. Do you know what I mean? They're like, don't get me wrong, you can get caught up in this generation and the way things are today and the way society is today, because everything's just fast, everything's just instant, everything's just, that's the problem. Because when we was growing up, everything was just like done slowly, at a pace, in timing, in a rhythm. Everything was done manually. We would do our chores to get pocket money. We'd have to do chores. We'd have to, eat our dinner, and we can't leave the dinner table until we eat our dinner. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that we have to be forced to eat it, but we'd have to eat our dinner because we want to go out and play. So we're trying to rush our food or say, we're not hungry, but them kind of things. When we was growing up, it was about, like going out there playing tag and playing upscotch, Kirby, postman knock, which is naughty. There's so many things we could play. We'd go meet with our friends and listen to music, and it was so beautiful. Them times, which we call old school, guys. To the younger generation, you probably heard some of our music and learned the history about how we used to live in old school. It was more, to me, it seemed more healthy, more community based. It wasn't about segregation. It wasn't about people, oh, you can't go to this area, you can't go to postcode, and etc., etc. All that wasn't even recognized. Color codes and all that kind of stuff. Not even this was about what I'm doing now. When I was growing up, we didn't know nothing about a tab. We didn't know nothing about social media. We didn't know nothing about this. To get our social communication, it was in school or basically playing out with our friends, and stuff like that, or in the youth clubs. That's how we would have our social events and meeting people and friends and that. And it wasn't about emails or anything like that. We used to have pen pals that we could write to from other countries, etc., stuff like that. And online dating, all this kind of stuff, man, was done through pen paling and ominous in your newspaper and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, cutting a long story short, guys, sorry, it's just my tab's playing up. Yeah, so just growing up was amazing. Growing up was just like, I value where I'm coming from. I value the upbringing that I had. It was positioned in a correct manner. It was your neighbours would look out for you. You couldn't cross a certain boundary with them. You couldn't go to a certain place, or you couldn't cross that line. And when we were playing that, because they would look out for you. Our front doors, our homes were always open to one another. But these days, guys, you have to put like about how many locks on your doors and seal up your windows and put double glazings and all this kind of stuff and whatever, and pay so much cost to just protect your own home these days. CCTVs, etc. Being neighbours, having neighbours around, we were CCTVs to one another's homes. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that I've noticed that in years going by, it's become fast track. Now the media systems come out. It came from MSN through to Yahoo Messenger, through to MySpace. Some of you might remember it, some of you might not. And then this is where it started engaging with society, and the social media becoming be able to spreading, networking, and be able to like speak to somebody directly from from America or Jamaica. And don't get me wrong, the social media is how you use it. If you abuse it for the wrong reasons, then yes, it's going to be a corruptive instrument. You know what I mean? It's gonna, you know, technology, may I say, you know, it's how you use it. But today I'm seeing that, oh my gosh, you know, so many, the social media and what it has caused on the negative side, what I've seen come out of it, like bullying, suicide, depression, mental depression. Oh my gosh, I've seen, like, you know, like paedophilia, you know, men and women, you know, grooming young children, do you know what I mean? And children getting roped in by these adults, and, you know, and meeting them, and kids being taken away, and young ladies, young men being abused to the system. The media is corrupting the minds, you know. It's taken away family time. It's taken away communication within the family. You know, no longer are they seeking advice from their parents or grandparents, and, you know, they're not communicating within the home. You know, they find themselves in the bedroom, they find themselves locked away, or, you know, around the dinner table, they're still looking at the phones, and, you know, they're not putting the phone down for 1 second to communicate with one another, like, how was your day? How was work? How was school? What should we do as a family for the weekend? Shall we go here? And even if they did want to do something as a family, you know, they're still taking the phones. They can't put the phones down, because I believe that the mobile and the technology today and the social media has robotic this generation. It has got them in a system where they're in locked, they're immune, and then their mindset isn't functioning the way it should, because it's got the system of the social media is controlling it's controlling the concentration pattern in school, in college. You know, it's taken away the self-worth. It's taken away their dignity. It's making them grow up too fast. They're no longer going through the stages of being a child into a teenager, into a young lady or young man, and then into, you know, adulthood. You know, they're just being dragged up through the social media. And some people say, like, parents, yes, I do agree to a point. Yes, some parents are putting these technologies in front of the children, you know, for any peace and quiet, and they're not monitoring what their children are watching and what their children are seeing. And this is very dangerous. And this is something that parents, I'm not having a go, because I'm a parent myself, and my children did not get that kind of technology growing up, right? My children were going out, kicking football, entered football teams. My daughter, you know, they do the music. They was going to, like, studios. They was going making the music. They're still now. They was going, you know, my children, sorry about that. My children are not really into technology as much, like, you know, to sit down all day on social media. And if they are, they're promoting what they've done, like what I'm doing now. And I'm really happy for that. I'm blessed for that, because I grew up with my children grew alongside with me with my mum, because I had them young. And so they got nurtured by grandma as well. Do you know what I mean? So as I said, they've got the old school, they've got a big family around them, you know. So it's like we're a well-knitted family with support. And our family are very encouraging. I thank God for my family. We're very independent, very encouraging, very enthusiastic, very determined, you know. We don't believe in bringing people down. We're about lifting up and pushing forward. Yeah. But I'm not going to bang on about it, but just that's the negative side I'm seeing in society, and I'm seeing the effect that it can have on people today, the younger generation, and not even the younger generation, it's the older generation. I go on the bus, everybody's not communicating on the bus no more. Not even a good morning. People ain't got time to say good morning to one another no more. people don't even pick up the telephone no more. All it was a telephone. The phone box ain't being used no more, don't think. And all this kind of stuff, man. But what I'm trying to say is that the social media can it can be a hindrance, and it can cause a lot of suicide. It can cause a lot of domestics. It can cause a lot of problems. It can cause a lot of trouble. There's sometimes there's no security lock or code where children can't dabble into. It's like a child can just say, "Oh, are you certified that you're over 18?" And that child could be about 12, 10, whatever. Yes, I am. Straight away, they've gone into porn. They've gone into things that they shouldn't be seeing. It's not right. It's not right. Seriously, it's not right. And that's one of my prayers, that I'm praying that, that kind of cycle of darkness will be broken, because it's not safe. However, on the bright side of it, it can be used for this, for me to speak to you and to encourage you in that, make good use of it. That's what I'm saying. Make good use of social media. Make good use of what you're doing, But always make sure that you have time to spend with your family. Talk to your family. If you can't talk to your family, sometimes it's hard to talk to your family, because your family, you become so familiar. We know each other, we see each other every day. So yes, it is sometimes hard to express how you feel, especially if it's a family member, something's happening with the family member, something's going on within the home. I don't know. However, it's blogs like this or whatever, or people that that you can really talk to. Find someone that you can really talk to, that is going to be confidential, that you can talk to, And guys, if there's anything that you guys are going through and you want to talk about it, or you need prayer, or you just need a word, you just need encouragement, or you just need to just have a shoulder to cry, or you just need a listening ear, or just whatever, without making it public. Basically, if you want to inbox me, or I'm used to Instagram, so I don't know how this works. I'm used to Facebook, you can inbox. I don't know, but I'm gonna basically send you my email, that you can email me privately or anything like that, and then we can take it from there. Okay. As I said, my upbringing was as I say, it was in social media that made me go astray. It was just like being around different crowds and being around the people that really never had like a restriction and a limit in the homes, and they're free to do anything. And because I was like restricted from something and limited and brought up in a correct manner, it's like it kind of fried me, kind of excited me to say, oh yeah, I like this kind of living of being like no limits and going there. I couldn't wait to turn leave school. And even though I had a child, I know my mum, as brilliant as she is, looked after my helped me grow up my daughter. So that kind of gave me like, I went to college now, meeting the older guys, meeting this and that. Oh, my world was my oyster at the time. They're not a care in the world, and running here, running there. What I mean, and getting myself into went to my first nightclubs, and then started drinking. From the drinking, meeting older men, and introduced me to like certain stronger drinks and certain things. What I mean, and then introduced to drugs, hard drugs. Got hooked. Felt nice at the time. Thought, yeah, this is life, because that's what I thought what life was. And being brought up without a dad, knowing who my dad is, but not being nourished as a family unit, mother and father, that can cause a lot of dysfunctionality. Not having a father figure or mother, or not having a father around or a mother around. So it can kind of cause you, for the guys, I think it can cause a guy to probably find like an older woman where he would nurture him and give him that love and attention, and we can find that, thrive off that, and with a young girl now, she's fatherless and she needs a father, and she'll cleave to that older man, and for what she can get from him, that same thing, that feeling, that father vibe. And that's where it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Yeah, and that was me really. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I was looking for love in the older men, you know, and as long as they made me feel accepted, they made me, and it's nice. It's nice hearing the words. Oh, you're beautiful. You're pretty. Oh, you got a fantastic figure at the time. Yeah, and etc. They're giving you the right words because the devil knows how to use the right words. Yeah, I'm not saying that they didn't think that, but the devil knows how to entice. Yeah. Um, and basically I fell for all that. So because I'm already hooked and then hypnotized by older guys, I just followed the way because the older, the new. I believe that no harm coming to me, the new best. So yeah, as I said, I hit a lot harder drugs, coke, the hard stuff, everything. Was in a relationship with a guy where, he just like grew me so much at a young age that I found myself he introduced me to other guys and sleeping with other guys and for money, prostituting myself around. Let's tell it as it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hide it no more. Do you know what I mean? Because there's people out here that needs to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I'm abusing my body, prostituting it around, and so I can supply his habit. Do you know what I mean? And supply mine as well at the same time. So yeah, it's things like that. And believing that this guy still loved me, but it wasn't love. It was an addiction. It was feeding the crave of the flesh, and the feeding that and feeding the habit. All I'm saying anyway is that it was a battle. It was a battle. I was going through life, drugs, drinking, man, drugs, drinking, man. Oh, it was a cycle. It's been going on for years. It has been going on from the age of, let me say, from the age of 16, no, age of 17, up until, yeah, present, yeah. And, but I found myself in the Lord when I was 24. I got to know more about Jesus. But the thing is that I never had a personal relationship with Jesus. It's that, God, went into church, this and that, got married, old shabam, had my son, glory to God, But however, it still felt like something was missing. So marriage came on a breakdown, separated, eventually got divorced, went our different ways. And so after that, just like finding rebounds, still searching for love, I thought that I would have been completed, being married and going to church, but still, what I didn't realize is that I was going to church for the sake of going. I was just going to church for the sake of my husband. Do you know what I mean? But what I didn't realize is that I needed a personal relationship with God. I needed that personal relationship. I needed to get to know God for myself. And guys, I'm telling you something. This year has been the best year ever. I'm telling you now. And that's why I'm saying, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter the length of time you've been in church or you know God. Unless you know God and accept God into your heart. Say, Jesus, come into my heart and be my personal Lord and Saviour. Take away the sins out of my life. Remove the sinful nature from me and allow me to live according to your will, your way, and help me to grow daily in the positive way of you. In Jesus' name, amen. I said that, my God. Guys, I'm telling you, you believe in magic? I believe in God. Yeah? Right? Things can happen. Positive things can happen. Yeah? Right? God is amazing. God will take away every heartache, every confusion, every domestic. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. He's done it for me. As I said, guys, in my first video, I should have been 6 foot under. But here I am, by the living God who saved me, gave me the chance to sit here and tell you my testimony briefly. If I told you my testimony, we'd be here for a week or more. but I'm just cutting it short as much as I can and trying to fit in as much as I can because I don't want to bore. You've been here nearly 30 minutes now, I believe. Yeah. So guys, I'm just saying that God is amazing. Trust God. You know, if people say, well, I don't know if God's real. Guys, it's real. It's real. I no longer have the taste for alcohol. I no longer have the craving, the taste for drugs. I don't have longer have the craving and the taste for self-infliction. I don't have the suicide thoughts. I don't have that mental health, you know, that torment in my mind no more. That anxiety, that anxiousness. It's because I was leaning onto my own understandings and trying to work out my own understandings within myself. And then I was looking to Tom, Dick or Harry, or looking to the drink to just, you know, just to block it out, or the drugs or the sex or whatever to block it out. And that's why it's just building more heavy. It's like a hoarder. If you know people that needed ordering, you know, like a order, right? People that who are living in a hoarder, yeah. It's like they 1 minute they think, okay, then I need this, I need that. They start collecting things. To them, it's valuable. To them, it's something to them. And you try and touch that and try to remove that from a person who's got order. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. It's like a big clutter. To us, we can see a big mess in the clutter. But to them, they don't see it because they feel comfortable and surrounded by it. You know, they hide themselves away. And that's what we're doing in life. We're imprisoning ourselves. We're sentencing ourselves, our minds, our lives, right? We're allowing to be accused and prosecuted by the lies of negativity, which is Satan, and therefore we believe what we are. Now, I've watched a few reality TV shows recently on 5 Star, if you got Freeview or whatever, about hoarding, and the people come to a point where they know that when somebody comes into their life and realise that, look, a family member or something say, look, this is not right, we're going to get you help and this and that, and you know, it's how you talk to a person, it's how you nourish a person. You don't just go bang and take them all. No, it doesn't work like that. You speak to a person with respect. You use wisdom when you speak to people. Yeah, because this is poison. This can cut and this can heal. And this penetrates a seed into another person's life. So whatever you speak into a person, remember, whatever the reaction you get is what you've planted at that time. So don't be surprised if you speak negativity into a person, a negative seed into a person, and you get that back, you get that feedback, you get that same response back. You can't really moan upon and manifest upon that reaction, saying you never liked how you spoke to me, because it's the seed you planted. But however, if you plant a positive seed of love, of nurturing, you know, I'm telling you, that person, it does something to the heart. It penetrates the heart, because this is where love dwells, and this is where God dwells. So then when you say, God, don't come into my mind, come into my heart, because that's where God dwells. God is love, is in the heart of love. Love is in the heart. However, guys, yeah, as I said, I'll be here all day, but we will continue in different videos. You know, is there anything, any subject that you want to talk about, and you're going through anything, or you need prayer, or there's a topic you want to speak about, and if I can answer them, if I am not perfect, far from it, but I'm coming a long way, and I have a passion for you guys. I have a passion for what I do, and it took me a long time to get where I am now, to sit here and actually now process through the help of God what I want to do. Okay, ladies, young girls, please value yourselves. It's not in the drink, it's not in the drugs, it's not in the social media, it's not in whatever you think it is. Your dignity, keep your dignity. You are young, beautiful women. You don't have to start putting implants in your lips and this and that, blah, blah. No, you're poisoning your skin. God created you the way you are. If he wanted you to look like that person, he would create you to look like that person. Okay? Value who you are. Learn to love you. No man ain't gonna love you like God can love you. No man ain't gonna love you like you can love you. So women and men, I'm gonna tell you now, you guys, yeah, young boys, men, you guys as kings, yeah, you guys are still valuable because you are also created by the hands of God, yeah. Yes, you like going to the gym, you like eating the gym, you like pumping up and looking good and looking trim and this and that, blah, blah, rare, tear, tear. That's great. But value yourselves. It's not in the women. It's not in the girls. It's not in the sex. It's not in the drink. It's not in the drugs. It's not in whatever you're doing. You know, I'm not here to condemn and I'm not here to judge anybody. God is the righteous judge. I'm just here to give the word and try to sow a positive seed of help if I can, as much as I can. I'm just speaking through experience and I'm just sharing what's within me onto you guys. And I hope you see it as a positive seed. And that's it. Just value yourselves. So today's word is value yourselves and know that you're worth more than what you are, the way you are now. Put the phone down, put time out and get to know you. If you've got a brilliant family, take time to speak to your family. Put the phone away at dinner times. Take at least an hour out and sit with your family. Ask each other how you're doing. You know, find out how your mum's doing, find out how your dad's doing. You know, those who haven't got them, God condolences or, you know, yeah, from the heart, yeah. But anybody that you can talk to, visit, so help an old person across the road, help them with the shopping. These days it's hard because there's so many crime and this and that, and people are stereotyped for helping each other this day. You say hello to a person thinking, why are you saying hello to me? How can I carry your bag? Oh no, they have to rob me. But this is the society that we live in today. People are not used to that no more because all we see is crime and drugs and whatever. To, you know, but guys, yeah, you know, at least try and help somebody once a day if you can. But first, when it starts with you, help you every day. Start with you. You know, take time out and say, what do you want for you? Who are you? Get to know who you are. You see, before I end, I'm coming down now, yeah? There's so many people that value name tags like Nike, Puma, Gucci, Versace. I don't even know because I'm not a material name brand person like that. But all these kind of up names, you know, this and that. And you know, the idolizing it and the idolizing the you know, the artists them and whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? But the question is, right, all these people have made it big in their names and their fabrics and whatever, or the perfumes and whatever, yeah, right? But the thing is, right, where's your name noticed? Who are you? You know, yes, you. I'm talking to you. Who are you? Yeah, your name's hiding away, and you've got something to show, and you've got something very valuable inside of you to show to other people. You know, let your name be lifted up also. Okay, that's all we've got to say. You know, it's not in the Puma, it's not in the Nike, it's not in all these name brands and these artists, yeah. All these things, yeah. Yeah. I put aside, they're already doing what they're doing. But then, at the end of the day, who are you? You're killing yourself to get this next garment, to get this next hair, to get this next nails, to get this next eyelashes that are big like this. You know, I don't do all that. Yeah, I wear my makeup, this and that when I feel like it. Yeah, I could have put on my hair, I could have done that, but no, I'm showing you who I can be also. Because I'm not out to impress anybody. Because from when I know God loves me and I know who I am and who I'm becoming, and I can see it's all for positive. Man, it don't matter what you guys think of me. Yeah? And I say that without no apologies because I want the best for you. Men, women, mothers, fathers, young ones, respect one another, man. Come on. Right? And help us support one another. Let's try and cut this bullying thing, man. Yeah? This suicide thing. The people on internet going into suicide, man, killing themselves because they're getting bullied and the parents don't even know it. They're getting bullied because they believe that they're not worth anything. And that's the lie of the devil. Guys, I'm done. Right, as I said, you've watched this video. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your, thank you. You probably had about 3 cups of tea already or whatever. But guys, I really appreciate it. And I love you all. And I'm still praying for you. As we say, positive vibes, yeah? Okay? And bless up. And may you all have a brilliant day. A blessed week. In some of you in other countries, a blessed morning or blessed night. God bless you all. I love you all in Jesus' name.